This being the Energy Forum, here and now I will pronounce the cultural reform plan that will make Austin light unto the cities of the world for eons to come. By cultural, I mean political, economic, social, and educational, the whole ball of wax. The political beachhead of 10-1 without a corresponding cultural follow-through makes as much sense as a coin with one side. It's time for the second shoe to fall. The roadmap for the cultural reform is in this book of mine, Universalization, Elevating Education to a Higher Register as Third Social Protagonist of Culture. Being a physicist, educator, and philosopher by trade, I bleed energy. My philosophy of common sense is based on the premise that the virtue of everything is a triad, that is, 3 in 1. That all things are essentially constituted out of 3 interlocking pieces so as to make a whole. The rule of thumb being that where there is a triad in place in society, there's order, and where there's one missing, there's chaos. In Austin, there's chaos because there isn't a triad in place. The economic model is based on the duo of private and public sectors. Either an economic activity belongs to one sector or it belongs to the other. That is, if it isn't private, then it goes to the public sector. Likewise, if it isn't public, then it goes to the private. In this either-or scheme of things, the public sector ends being the catch-all of all economical activities which don't know where to place them, with a corresponding oversized public sector. On the other hand, the social problem that we're presently facing is rising property taxes that are driving people from their homes. Education is financed by way of property taxes, and this needs to stop. We need to find an alternative way of financing education. Also, we have a broken educational system which is in badly need of fixing. Austin needs a complete overhaul of the way it does business. Herein, we're advancing constituting the universal sector of the economy to work alongside the private and public sectors. What we are here proposing would effectively put an end to driving people from their homes, elevate education to a higher register, as well as bring about a bountiful economy for the middle classes. Education, as the active principle underlying the universal sector, must be judicially sovereign unto itself, economically independent from the private sector, and autonomous from the public sector of the government. The funding of schools and colleges at the city level would come from energy, water, and recycling resources, amongst others. That is, at the city level, power and light would be allocated to finance schools and colleges, and at the state and national level, oil and gas would be used to finance universities and research centers. By way of this financing scheme, the universities would have ample resources for free tuition and to carry out scientific and humanistic research and technological and social development. This would have the side effect of collective intellectual rights, thereby bringing about bountiful economical times. And people would get to keep their homes and things would be affordable again. This is just the beachhead for regaining our middle class, which is at the heart of our democracy. Lastly, I urge my peers and the citizenry to get behind this universal sector economic reform for the reconstitution of Austin by Triads. Please encourage the candidates of your choice, mayoral or council, to do likewise citywide. Thank you very much.